Get more for your business with Northwest Registered Agent. They help you launch an LLC for just $39 plus state fees, while helping protect your identity by keeping your home address private. Don't wait. Protect your privacy, build your brand, and get your complete business identity in just 10 clicks and 10 minutes. Visit northwestregisteredagent.com/paidofd and start building something amazing. Get more with Northwest Registered Agent at northwestregisteredagent.com/paidofd.
Oh, the car from Carvana's here. Well, will you look at that? It's exactly what I ordered, like precisely. It would be crazy if there were any catches, but there aren't, right?
Right, because that's how car buying should be. With Carvana, you get the car you want. Choose delivery or pickup, and a week to love it or return it.
Buy your car today with
Carvana. Delivery or pickup fees may apply. Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.
This is Optimal Finance Daily, How to Build a Compounding Machine, Part 2, by Barney of theescapeartist.me. Fueling the machine. We need to choose the fuel for our compounding machine. Just saving into a bank account is like trying to power a full-size car on itty-bitty AAA batteries. You won't get very far or very fast. The same applies to bonds. They can't power your engine. They can only act as a store of value and a shock absorber. To power your compounding machine properly, you invest in wealth-creating assets, and that means the stock market or property, and maybe some venture capital and crypto for the brave. Of these, the stock market is easiest and arguably the safest to invest in. When you own a global tracker fund, you own a slice of the biggest companies in the world and reap the rewards of progress. As time goes by, you win as human beings get better at making stuff, using technology, and solving problems. Once you've paid off expensive debt, the best thing to put in your compounding machine is a low-cost global tracker fund, such as VWRL or VRXXB in the UK. Patience. The J-curve illustrates the huge and exciting opportunity, and also the problem. The problem is that the first 6 or 7 years are boring. If you are looking to invest for your excitement in life, you're looking in the wrong place. By all means, take up paragliding, running with the bulls in Pamplona, or chainsaw juggling. Just don't expect to get that buzz from your compounding machine in the early years. Better to think like a gardener. Once you've planted your seeds, there's no point digging them up and looking at them every week to see how they're getting on. Be patient. The time always passes, and the future always arrives. Once you have your compounding machine set up correctly, the less tinkering, the better. I love those studies done by online stockbrokers where they analyze the results achieved by their clients and found that the ones that did the best were the ones that had died, and the category that did second best had forgotten their login details. It may sound like a small point, but one of the things I like about Vanguard's ETFs, such as VWRL, is that dividends are paid every quarter, and that's a regular morale boost and reminder that your compounding machine is working. If you're naturally impatient, that's fine. Just channel your impatience into your career. Take a qualification, win clients, beat your targets, learn to sell, make yourself more valuable. Everything compounds. It's not just your stash. If you're doing it right, your salary, your knowledge, and your ability to solve problems should grow exponentially as you go through life. The more capital you have, not just money, but social capital, reputation, ability to reach an audience, the more effective you become. Do you really understand compound interest? It's important to understand the J-curve both objectively and emotionally. Objectively, the math is the math. There's no point arguing with it. That's like arguing with gravity. But you also need to understand it emotionally. Here's the $1 million or pound problem. We are monkeys programmed to operate in the here and now. Our untrained brains are well adapted by evolution to solve the problem of what's for supper tonight, but they're absolutely at focusing on saving for the long run. So you have to use your rational mind, the weakest part of the brain, to overcome your chimp brain. This is a bit of a David versus Goliath fight, but it's a fight that your inner David can win by carefully targeting his effort. Here's a powerful way to tell if you understand compound interest or not. Are you ready? People that understand compound interest earn it. People that don't, pay it. Why you must get out of debt. Imagine that we could invest the money in our compounding machine and get annual returns of 23% per year. That means 10,000 pounds turns into 20,000 pounds in just over 3 years. Impossible, you say? Well, my credit card provider recently wrote to me informing me that the interest rate on any balances not paid off every month is 23%. So millions of credit card holders with debt balances have a guaranteed way to earn 23% a year. If you're hearing this and have any credit card debt, that needs to get paid off before anything else. If you have credit card debt, you do not go on dates, visit pubs, restaurants, shops, bookmakers, strip clubs, sports fixtures, nor attend property investment or timeshare seminars. In the immortal words of Fergie, take your broke home. You go to work, then sleep, then repeat until the debt is gone. Being in debt is like your compounding machine being in reverse gear. Imagine you're in a rusty pickup truck in the Arizona desert with no air conditioning, stuck in reverse gear with the radio playing country and western music as you accelerate backwards towards the edge of the Grand Canyon. That's how bad having credit card debt is. Why doesn't everyone get taught this at school? Given how important compound interest is, it's baffling to me how few people understand it and how few financial experts teach it properly. If schools taught useful information for life rather than conformity, they would teach the power and the math of compound interest. If all personal finance journalists or writers were genuinely interested in spreading financial literacy, they would major on this stuff rather than on coupon clipping and affiliate links. No one else is coming to save you. If you're hearing this and haven't got your compounding machine set up yet, this is an emergency. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled How to Build a Compounding Machine by Barney of theescapeartist.me. Imagine you're a business owner who has to rely on a dozen different software programs to run your company. Each one is expensive, overly complicated, and worst of all, none of them are connected. Now imagine a platform that could tackle all of your business management needs in one place. That platform you're imagining? It's Odoo. Odoo has all the programs you'll ever need, and they're all connected on a single, simple, easy-to-use software, giving you peace of mind that your business is always being taken care of from every angle. Odoo assists in accounting, marketing, inventory, HR, CRM, manufacturing, and everything in between through its user-friendly interface and open source applications. Basically, if your business needs it, Odoo's got it. Odoo sounds pretty amazing, right? So stop wasting your time and money on those expensive disconnected platforms and let Odoo harmonize your business with simple, efficient software that can handle everything for a fraction of the price. It doesn't get much better than that. So what are you waiting for? Discover how Odoo can take your business to the next level by visiting odoo.com. That's ODOO.com. Odoo, modern management made simple.
So, you're about to make a trade based on a friend's text. But which you do you listen to? Is it, we could buy a house in Tulum? Get optioning those options. We could lose everything. Or, let's do a little research. Get your head in the trade and make the investment decision that's right for you. Learn more at finra.org/trade-smart.
I'm going to focus my comments on the first part of this article where Barney talks about fueling the machine. What he's really talking about is asset allocation, and there are a few things to consider here. Your asset allocation for your investment portfolio is typically the percentage of stocks and bonds you hold and should match your risk tolerance. At the extremes, a 100% stock portfolio is considered risky. You may get higher returns, but it will be a wild ride getting there. And a 100% bond portfolio is considered not risky. It may feel safe, but you're unlikely to get the kind of returns you need to grow wealth over the long run. Most people will choose some combination of stocks and bonds that are appropriate for their risk tolerance and age. I've optimized my asset allocation to be simple and hands-off. Because I'm pretty young, I've opted for a 100% stock allocation, meaning I'm not holding any bonds. I will absolutely add bonds to my portfolio eventually, but the way I look at it, bonds help smooth the ride of volatility with your investment portfolio. And I feel I've solved for this by having a very strong cash position. I hold about a year of expenses in cash, so this gives me confidence that no matter what life throws my way, it's highly unlikely that I would need to tap into my investments when they're on the downswing. The volatility really doesn't bother me because I'm not watching my portfolio closely, as I'm not going to be touching it for a very long time. Holding 100% stocks also means that I don't have to worry about rebalancing my portfolio every year to maintain an allocation of, let's say, 80 or 90% stocks and 20 or 10% bonds. Because I don't need to rebalance, that means I need to look at my investments even less, which to me is a very good thing. That's a wrap for another Monday show. Have a great rest of your day and start to your week. And I'll be back tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.